Boy, the market is heating up this summer, and I've got the numbers to prove it. We're going to go over the Spokane real estate market stats and what's going on right now with the numbers. My name is Brian Johnson, and I'm a real estate broker right here in Spokane. If you have any questions about real estate, you're thinking of making a move, my contact information is all over this video and in the description below. Just feel free to reach out anytime. It's been a little bit of time since I put a video up on this channel, and I've had some people reaching out to me asking why. At the end of this video, I'm going to tell you guys why I haven't taken a break from YouTube, but I started a separate channel. And also, I've got a question for you guys. I'd like to take a small poll on the direction of this channel, and I've got some ideas of something that I'd like to do with that. Stay tuned for after the market report if you're interested, and you can hear what I'm talking about and maybe participate in this poll and let me know what you think of my ideas. Now, I've got the stats this week from my friend at my office, Richard Stokes. He's a great real estate broker, and he can dig into the stats like nobody's business. But he's not putting them up on YouTube, and I am. I'm just going to go ahead and steal his stats, give him a little bit of credit. We're going to go over those right here. And I can tell you his summary of the stats is probably 10 times better than what I could do. So big shout out to Stokes for this. Here we go. Quick summary. Now, first off, this is residential properties only, no condos, nothing to be built, no manufactured homes, just in Spokane County, not MLS wide. Now, let's look at what he says right here. The median home price, we saw a high for the year of $440,000 is the median home price right now in Spokane, up 3.5% from last month, and it's up almost 13% year to date. He says price stability continues, still down from COVID peaks of 465. Yeah, but we're going up towards that really, really quick, even with these high interest rates. Yeah, prices are still going up. List price to sold price ratio is 100.13%. So what that means is properties are basically selling for full price again. We're headed into the hottest part of the summer, and things are just flying off the shelf like that when they're priced right. And I'll show you how we can see that here in a minute. But when they're priced right, they're selling it at that basically 100%. That's on an average. That doesn't mean that every property. There might be a little bit of offering. There's some negotiation going on, like seller concessions on closing costs. But we're not seeing those, $30, $40, $50,000 over asking price right now. Thank goodness that's over with for the time being. Now, the average days on market is 17 days for sold properties, and the active listings we have right now is 1,006. And that's up almost 19%, and that's great. We need more listings. We need more properties to sell to keep those prices from keeping and going out of range for most people. Kind of freaks us out as brokers. We don't like this market when our buyers are getting priced out of the market. It's getting too expensive for a lot of our buyers, so we're not really the happiest crowd when we see these things going up at this rate, because we're the ones that have to sell it to our buyers and try and get them financing and get them a payment that they can afford, arrange all of that with our mortgage people. And it can be a real disaster or a nightmare for a lot of people that they're very, very close to being able to qualify to get a mortgage, and then the prices go up and price them out just barely. It's sad. We see it all the time. We really don't like it. So we'd love to see this market soften up a little bit, but it's not happening this summer. Now, with interest rates, we're a little bit above 7% on a conventional mortgage today, and we're about 6.25% to 6.5% on an FHA mortgage today. So, yeah, you have to decide which way you want to qualify. Not all houses can go FHA. Not everyone's an FHA borrower anyway, but if you are on that cusp, you're thinking of going FHA or conventional, there's reasons for both. You want to talk to your mortgage broker on exactly why. Now, looking on these stats right here, you can see January 23, so January of this year, the median sold price was $390,000. Last month in May, we were at $425,000. And then now this month, $440,000 is the median sold price, with 591 homes sold in Spokane County in this median range. Or sold, but that was wrong. I didn't want to say 590 in the median range. That's 591 homes sold in June, and the median price was $440. The average days on market, like I said before, was 17. Average sold price, which is higher than the median, is $419. Average list price, which doesn't really mean much. It just means that's kind of weird. Average list price is actually $493. Now, if you look down here on active listings, you can see something different. Now, we have 1,006 active listings, but if you look right here where my mouse is, the average days on market is 42 for listings. But remember up here, the average days on market for sold properties is 17. So what does that mean? What that means is we have a number of sellers that are coming on the market a little high, and they're looking for those summer of 2022 borrowers, even worse, the summer of 21 buyers. I mean, those buyers are gone. If you come into the market too high, you're going to have to adjust your price down, and it's going to take some time. So that's why you see these days on market for active listings being much higher than the average days on market for the sold properties. If you price your property correctly right now in today's market, we're seeing those things getting snatched up in the first week. If you price your property overpriced, trying to sort of hope for that auction scenario, buyers are getting pretty savvy to this, and so are all the brokers. We're seeing those properties sit on the market until we see price reductions, and it's actually a bad strategy. If you think about it, you think, well, I'll just put it high and see if anyone buys at it, then we'll lower it a little bit, and then someone will snatch it up. A lot of times what happens is you're chasing the market and the price, maybe even down, maybe you're a higher priced property and you're way off on that pricing. You can end up selling your property for less than if you priced it right out the door day one. It's just sort of a funny dynamic in the market. And we're all watching the same properties too. So we see a property that's overpriced and we see it has a big days on market. We're all sitting back watching it going, he's going to lower his price. They're going to lower their price. And then once they lower their price, what happens? Maybe they lower it to that market value. But since they're lowering their prices, we all see it. That's when the buyer comes in and says, hey, let's offer them even less since they've came down. There's an old saying, if someone in negotiation lowers their price once, they'll lower it twice. So don't be in that trap of just, sort of being, I hate to use this word, a greedy seller, but going for that extra dollar in today's market could really, really cost you. So I would be really careful about that. If you're listing your property, listen to your broker. If you don't have a broker, call me and just listen to your broker and look at the sold comparables in your neighborhood. It'll give you a much better idea of what's going on for sales and looking at the brand new listings. Now, the two things I wanted to talk about first, what have I been doing that's not been on this channel? My other channel is called Online Real Estate Investing. I will have a link to it at the end of this video right here. I will link to one of the videos, in fact, my favorite one. The channel is about the whole world of investing in real estate, basically from your computer. Anyone can invest. You don't have to have good credit. You don't have to have good income. All you need to do is be 18 and be able to have a bank account, and you can invest in online real estate. And by online real estate, what I mean is there are platforms out there that are putting real houses, where they basically crowdsource buying the properties and then renting them out. So these are real properties in most cases. I do have a little bit of information in there in this channel about virtual real estate in the metaverse, because that's actual real, dollars are going into virtual real estate. But the focus on the channel, though, is more of these alternative investing platforms. You may have heard of some of them. There's Lofty, there's Ground Floor, there's Landa, and there's a bunch of others. I review them honestly, and some of them flat out are absolutely horrible. I don't like them, and I'm very clear on my videos which ones I do like and which ones I don't like. The reason I put this channel up is because I was having a number of clients that were having trouble finding investment properties here in Spokane. A lot of properties, the good ones are overpriced, and the ones that are priced right can be pretty junky. And so we couldn't find much that would cash flow. Also, I would get reach outs from people that were close to being able to buy a property, but they were still in that savings mode. And they're wondering, how can I participate? Where can I put my money to still be in investment real estate? Well, there's a number of apps, like I said, that you can do that in. Like Lofty is more blockchain, crowdsourcing individual rental properties. I love that platform. Another one called Ground Floors, where you actually participate crowdsourcing, loaning money to property flippers who are doing fix and flips, providing debt, and you're providing that liquidity so these guys can do these projects, and then you get cashed out. The interest rates can be really good on Ground Floor. I'm seeing on the low end 9% per year, and on the higher end up to 14% per year. Now, there's some risks involved with all of these platforms, but that's what I talk about in my video. I go over the platforms, I go over the risks, what I think about it, and whether or not it's a good idea for you to invest. Now, the second part I said I was going to get to, which is my ideas for this channel moving forward in the future. When I started this channel, Spokane Real Estate, I was talking about neighborhoods and, where you can buy and what they look like. But honestly, you guys, I kind of ran out of neighborhoods. So at this point, I can go back and I can start remaking those videos on the neighborhoods, cost of living, top reasons to live here. But that theme, I'm seeing a lot. It seems like it's getting kind of tired. We're seeing a lot of realtors, a lot of agents putting up content about those topics. And I think the idea might be getting a little tired out there. So I think, I love making YouTube videos. I like having this presence. I like engaging with you guys in real estate on YouTube, but I really enjoy the process. but I sort of am running out of content. So what I'm thinking about doing, and this is my poll, I have a poll in the description below. Vote on the poll or leave a comment on yes or no. And that is, I would like to do a video up to maybe 10 minutes a day, Spokane news. So my take on Spokane news for less than 10 minutes a day, maybe picking 3 or 4, relevant news stories of what's going on, maybe a story nationally about Spokane, and go over that information and provide that on this channel. I think it'd be kind of fun to do a daily video. I know I can do it. I know I create everything on this channel. I do the editing, scripting, lighting, camera work. I mean, it is really all me. Doing a daily video is a little bit different. I can't go as much into the editing. I can't be doing like a 4-hour edit on these videos. But doing a 10-minute quick recap, hey, you guys, here's what's going on in the news right here in Spokane. Talk about it for 10 minutes, upload it every morning. If you like that idea, either vote in the description below in the poll or leave a comment down below saying yes or no. That's all you have to do. Just say yes or no. If I see a yes, I know you're going to like it. If I see a no, I know you don't like that idea. So let me know. And check out my other channel, Online Real Estate Investing. And here's the video on my favorite platform called Lofty right here. And if you click on this, you'll watch the video and it will take you to that channel.